A top 25 clash in the early season as both of these programs try to make an early statement and build that resume. Welcome, everyone, to Hard Rock Stadium, home of the Miami Hurricanes. As we'll see, the number 14 team in the country, the Iowa Hawkeyes, taking on the 18th ranked team in the land, the Miami Hurricanes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer alongside. Guys, we can't wait to see this game. Been looking forward to it all week. And the Hawkeyes will kick it off to get us underway. And he's not going to take the touchback. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. They'll go to the ground. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that.
Awesome job up front by this defensive line, being so good at the point of attack and eating blocks, eating some double teams that allows these linebackers to run free, unencumbered, and get to the football.
Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Makes the grab. It's carry on. He'll get it up to about the 32-yard line before he stopped, and it'll be first down.
Out routes are very much about timing. It's got to be a quick, decisive movement from the quarterback. As soon as he sticks that foot in the ground, you know he's breaking out. Throw it right now so he can go make you a play. Great pitch, great catch.
With a first down, they'll snap it from the 32. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and more. There he goes. They bring him down, but the big play will move the sticks.
Well, that's why this running game can be so dynamic. This guy is special when he has the football in his hands. He can make people miss, he can run with power, and he also has speed. You saw it on that last play.
Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. Taking it the other way. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And that's such a great job of seeing the play, seeing it unfold, breaking on the football, making the interception, and you will absolutely never forget getting that first career INT, that big play, that big moment.
to the air on first down. Missed his receiver there. It's incomplete.
Sometimes it takes quarterbacks a few plays to really get into the rhythm of the game and not force things. I think the quarterback that time was really trying to force the ball to his wide receiver, but against man coverage, there were other guys on that play that were open that could have had a chance. So this quarterback just needs to settle down a little bit. He won't be throwing as many incompletions if he just lets the coverage tell him where to go with the ball.
Man down on the play as the officials take a break to let him be checked out. Now facing a 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Rushes on him. Soft spot in the middle. It's a fumble. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover.
Great job by the in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
So he took a chance by using a timeout on the challenge, and it comes back to bite him. We'll see if he needs that timeout later. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. That last drive was promising for a while, but you just can't mess it up at the end with the pick, Jesse.
No, you got to be able to finish drives, especially in this game if you're going to win. And, David, they've got to be able to eliminate the mental mistakes.
Yeah, and I don't think you get conservative or play it safe. You can trust your guy. I think you put the ball right back in his hands and let him do his thing.
From the shotgun, they'll run it. And there was nowhere to go, just stopped in his tracks in the backfield.
And that's how you respond as a defense, man. You give up 9 yards on first down. Second down, man, they bring some pressure. They are in the backfield fast, and they make the tackle for a loss and completely flip the script. Almost a guaranteed first down on second down, and now maybe even put them in a passing situation on third down.
And the Canes decide to punt it away. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. And the punt team gets down there and gets the return man on the ground. Iowa has the ball back on offense. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Wants to fire on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Harris. They stop him almost immediately. Short gain there. Still a little ground covered. Pick up the first. The Hawkeyes really need to keep this drive alive on third down. They'll try to get the first through the air. Just too much mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
Defense did a great job. 3rd and short on the opponent's side of the field. They're expecting quick throw. Everybody, they dug their heel on the ground. They're able to break on the wall and force the incompletion.
They snap it to the up end. He'll try to run for it. And the roll of the dice turns up in their favor as they pick up the first down.
And so many times when you're studying the other team and their defense and what they're going to do, you know there's certain looks you're going to get into. And I think they saw one they liked, snapped it to the up back. He catches the...
Breaks into the open. Smashes ahead. They'll get the first down. It's spotted on the 49.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field. What a big gain for the offense.
Got rid of it just in time.
Man, it's easy to play defense when you can do this. When you can get to the quarterback quick and make him make a decision quick, it makes it easier for the secondary, for the linebackers, for everybody on the field. They're dealing with a 2nd and long.
defense trying to keep this offense from getting a line on who to block. He'll do it himself. Running to Green. Running through contact. Open field on the right. And he ran away from the defense to take it in. Touchdown, Hawkeyes!
The defense has got to do a better job of taking the most dangerous man. That's the guy with the football in his hands. Force him to do something with it. You can't just let him keep the ball and go score.
They get set for the point afters. We have the first score of the game. And with the extra point, they get the first 7 of the game. So a drive there of 85 yards. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he's going to bring this one out. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. We'll see if they can be a little more productive this time around. A 3-and-out the last time they had the ball. Really nice job to squirt his way up to the 31-yard line.
Well, and on these little push passes, timing is so important. You're trying to snap it right as he's getting a full head of steam. When he gets the ball, he's hitting the outside, and David, it puts the defense in such a difficult spot.
You immediately have to be rotating when you see that motion, so everybody's got to communicate and kind of bump over. That's why offenses love to run it. It makes the defense communicate and see if you can just get him out of a spot.
Well, the defense sniffed that screen out perfectly. All the D linemen, they were reading the body language of the offensive line. They knew something was up, and when the screen pass got thrown, they were right there to make the tackle.
Firing to the right, complete. Gets it out to about the 35-yard line. That's where they'll mark him out of bounds in this offense trying to put something together. And the Hurricanes will snap it on 1st and 10. They'll try the run. Oh, he's got some space. Makes the stop at the 49, but not before he gets in plus territory, gets 15 and a first down. Just moving those chains the way Frank Gore did back in the day.
Frank Gore, Willis McGahee, Edgerrin James, so many elite backs in Miami history. Finding that guy that you can give the ball to that's reliable, important part of the Canes tradition.
And the Canes have their offense in high gear. He'll take a shot. Touchdown, Hurricane! They took a shot to the end zone and found 6 points waiting on them.
And it's so underrated. The relationship between a QB and a wide receiver, the timing, the ability to know where he's going to be and be accurate with the football, that's what leads to nice touchdowns, Jesse.
Well, and the chemistry between these two guys has to be great when you're throwing into the air because coverage is going to be tight. The throw might not be perfect, but this is something these two guys have been repping in practice over and over and over, and it's paying dividends now on game day.
He'll bring it out. It's Snyder. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. Last time they had it, they were backed up in their own end, marched right down the field and scored, and now they'll try to do that once again. Finds a man on the left. Now they've got a little room to work with. They're out to the 28 with a first down.
And I love the awareness by the wide receiver on that play because I'm not sure that route was supposed to be that deep. You got to wonder if the receiver decided maybe to adjust the route a little bit to make sure that he got the first down.
Receiver wasn't ready for the throw, incomplete.
What a play by the defender that time because he's matched up one-on-one man coverage against an outstanding wide receiver, and it's the defender who makes the play. Really, really good position. He was up to the challenge. Interesting to see if this quarterback goes his way again.
Red pass, it's complete. They almost got a first down there. Stopped a yard short. It'll be 3rd down.
I like the slot receiver because he gives his quarterback a good option working the middle of the field. He's a nice weapon in this offense.
keep this drive moving. They'll run the toss. Got room to work. Turning it on. And he'll have to check his feelings after that lick, but he did get the first down.
You know, it looks like they just flip the ball and everything just magically works. You know why this toss to the left works? Because the wide receivers block. You know, I know you don't say that very often. Most of the time they want to run out, you know, get the glory, catch the ball, but they got to do a good job of blocking. When you toss it on the perimeter, those guys are picked.
He's loose on the right. That is just a gargantuan play as he has it all the way down to the 12.
Well, you can see the effect that last run play had on the defense. They had a really good-looking run, and all of a sudden they come back with play action. Everybody bites. They play downhill, and it opens up a guy up top for the offense. Really nice job setting up that shot play to get an explosive one through the air.
Toss to the outside. And he rolls into the house. Touchdown, Iowa! That his 40th career touchdown run.
This guy's had a lot of success throughout his career, but 40 touchdowns is something that's pretty commendable, David. He continues to challenge himself each and every game and every year to get better.
Yeah, just the consistency has been so impressive. The offense is built around him. Like, he's going to get the football, he's going to be featured, and still finds the end zone week after week.
Looks like he's going to bring it out. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. Time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. Use the play fake, now to throw. Quarterback now on the run, still looking. And he's feeling the heat, and he will go down. Final play of the first quarter, and not the way he wanted to end it. So second down here as we're back at it after the break. Wants to throw. It's Siegel. Finds the tight end. This guy runs with some attitude, discarding tacklers, and works his way to the 19.
It's so important that this offense is able to stay on schedule. And what that means is keeping third downs manageable. That last completion to the tight end accomplished just that. Really nice play call.
This defense has kept them backed up. Now one more stop, and they can get off the field on 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Unloads to the wideout. Complete in the middle. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. They decline the penalty for pass interference, and they'll stand on the results of the play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. They'll run the option. Just willed his way for a couple out to the 35.
Playing the option, man. Consistently playing responsibility football. Nice job by the defense being where they're supposed to be. This option will just keep giving it to you over and over and over again, and you got to pass those tests.
Finds his man. It's Brewer. And they pick up just a few on that completion.
Great play by the cornerback. He was just way too physical at the point of attack. He beat his man trying to block him, and he tackled that receiver on the screen.
Now on 3rd down for this offense. From the gun, wants to pass. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. 4th down coming up.
So after that incompletion, 4th down, you've got to hold serve if you're this offense, right? Both offenses, up and down the field. The opponent scored twice. You scored a touchdown on your first drive. I think you got to go for it here because right now nobody's playing defense, and this game very easily could come down to which team has the ball last.
Iowa has the ball back on offense. They stuck the last drive in the end zone. They'll try to follow suit here. From the gun, they'll try the middle. And that ball is live in the backfield. And the defense... and they get that turnover.
Man, I tell you what, those backup running backs, they don't get very many opportunities to prove themselves and deserve more carries and show the coaching staff. And when you do, and you fumble on the first carry, you're not going to get many more opportunities either.
This offense has it with really good field position. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Great job by the defense. Everybody firing off the ball, hitting their guys, holding their gaps, running to the football, nowhere to go.
To throw, it's Segal. Finds his tight end. Steps out of bounds just inside the 20. They'll mark him down at the 18.
It's important on offense to get the tight ends involved in the passing game. These are big fellas that can run. This guy's a big target, so nice job on that play.
The Hurricanes are threatening in the red zone. Quarterback making checks. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. There he goes. Nice run there. Picks up a few, and they'll force him out of bounds.
Now on the third play of the drive, third down, it's the scrambling ability of this quarterback that goes and picks up the first down. He was so calm back there. He never got flustered. Nobody open, no problem. If you give this guy 1 yard to run, he's going to tuck it and take off, and that's exactly what happened there.
Got some room in under the goal line. And he'll race it to the house. Touchdown, Cade.
And I like this offense. They didn't panic. A lot of times you see offenses panic and want to get back in it when they're down really quickly, and they force the issue. They stayed patient. They stayed within themselves, and we're an extra point away from being a tied football game.
And the extra point splits the uprights. Quick work on that scoring drive, just 4 plays. They're ready to kick it away, and this crowd is buzzing after that last score. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. As it turns out, the fumble on that last drive set up the touchdown, David.
And there's no bigger stat in football than turnovers. You turn the football over, they turn it into points. Jesse, that is not a recipe for success.
Good news, though, they get another chance, right? They can make amends with this drive right here. That's all that's important. You've got to execute, you've got to lock in.
So now it's 2nd and long. They'll run it to the right. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
And that's why he is an All-American caliber player. He is just so physical and dominant against the run. He's able to shed blockers, use his athleticism, use his speed, get to the ball carrier and bring him down. Simply one of the best box defenders you're going to find in the entire country.
Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. And they finally get him down, but not before. He's got him set up for business at the 49-yard line. The Hawkeyes come to the line with a new set of downs.
That's what's so scary about this offense. They've got guys in the perimeter that can change the game in one single play, and you saw it right there. Too much speed on the perimeter to create that explosive play.
I hate being that guy to say just take a dive, don't take a hit. When the play is going absolutely nowhere, you might think about it.
First, do no harm, right? And you've already been harmed, so just don't make it worse.
Don't take those big shots unless you know it's for an important situation, goal line, third down, touchdown.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
The marker rests at the 39, and that's what they need here on third down. From the gun, wants to pass. Bring in the heat. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
You want to talk about versatility at the linebacker spot, and this guy is it. He had 2 interceptions in his last game. That's his first pick in this one. He's good stopping the run. He can go sideline to sideline. He can blitz. He can spy. And, man, he is really good in coverage.
He'll keep it himself. A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I suspect we can see that same exact play. They make it look really easy, running the option down the line of scrimmage, QB making good decisions and keeping them in good second down situations.
The Canes with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. Gives it on the option. How about this sophomore stopping him short of the first down line?
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
And the Canes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to convert here. Wide receiver going in motion. Fires to the tight end. At the 35, he's loose. Down to the 26-yard line before they ride him out of bounds, and this defense is on its heels.
Well, I know the tight end did some good things after the catch, but got to give the quarterback credit to the location of the throw. Because he put it out in front of his big man, he was able to make the catch and accelerate, creating some distance there between him and the defense.
Rides the back on the option, the give. Finding an escape route. Defense makes a stop, but the chains move, and it's 1st and goal from the 8.
First down, you know you always want to establish the running game. How about this offense? Nothing fancy. Run the football, be physical, get a big game.
This defense might be reeling after those last 2 and now facing 1st and goal. Looking for a man, it's Siegel. Back's got it. Touchdown, Miami! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
I think the days of running backs just running downhill are out the window. You better be able to do this. You see the playmakers slipping down the backfield, throw him the football, he'll handle the rest, get in the end zone for the touchdown.
Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead.
21, Iowa, 14.
Coming out with it, it's Snyder. And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Almost a disaster on that return, but they jump on it and they'll maintain possession.
That's a breathing a sigh of relief for sure. Kick returner tries to take it out, puts it on the ground, but how about the offense getting back on it, turning what could have been a really bad play into, thank goodness I got the ball again.
Safe completion on the screen. Didn't have much room to run and not a whole lot of help. Short gain there and still plenty of ground to cover for the first down. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and they've got a chance to lock this thing up before the break. Bunch formation for these receivers. Back to pass on 2nd down. Using his feet to buy time. Now he'll let one fly down the left side.
Pedal to the metal right now for this offense. 2 drives, 2 touchdowns. Here on their 3rd possession, they're still taking shots way down the field, and why not? Give the defense credit finally. Something good happens for them to get the incompletion, but if I'm this quarterback, I'm still throwing it.
Couldn't find his man last time, and that leaves him with a 3rd and 6. He's looking to throw. They're setting up the screen. He gets it so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Timeout called by the defense. It's their first of the half as they'll go to the sideline and try to make adjustments. And the Hawkeyes will try to pin them back with the punt. The kick is on its way. And you make the stop, and that is exactly what you want out of your punt cover unit. They'll try to put something together, backed up a bit, starting at their own 13. Looking for a man. It's Seagal. Oh, they're after him. Hit hard just as he released it on first down and just couldn't get it to the receiver.
I don't know about the decision that time by the quarterback. He may have been expecting man coverage, but that time the defense was in zone, and they did a really nice job closing the window. The intended target was not open, and that's why that one fell incomplete.
From the gun, the running back has it. Slithers into space. Breaks into the open. He's going to be out of bounds, but not before he gets it to midfield. You count up those explosive plays in a game, and you put a little extra star by the big run.
Yeah, this running back is a weapon, boy. He is so good in space. He's got shiftiness. He can make guys miss. And if this guy gets into the second level, watch out. He can hit a home run.
And with the completion out to the sideline, they'll pick up a couple. Good job by the receiver there not to run into coverage, but to find a spot that the quarterback can throw him the ball.
Yeah, on those types of routes, Reese, they say if you're looking, you're booking. So if that's man coverage, the receiver's staring at the quarterback all the way across the field. That time, the receiver didn't give the quarterback his eyes, so they were on the same page. They both knew it was zone, and they executed that perfectly.
Wants to throw on first down. Here's a heat. That's caught. It's carry on. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. And the Hurricanes racing to the line in the hurry up. Second down, he'll throw it. Pocket breaking down. Just gets rid of it to the running back underneath. And he's brought down after a nice gain. And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Use the play fake, now to throw. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball.
I know one of the things this defense really prides themselves on is being physical. And early in this game, putting a big hit on a guy that's already had a couple catches in this game, that's a good omen for the defense.
The run from the shotgun. And this one will be stopped for no gain.
Well, this guy's been an animal all game long. He's had tons of success running the football. The defense had to do something to stop him. Give the D-line and that front seven tons of credit for being really physical there, getting the TFL.
Seventh play of the drive coming up, but a long way to go on third down. Off play action. Smart move to get down with the slide. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Fourth down and 1, and they'll go for it. They'll run for it. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
Hey, if you're going to go for it on fourth down and you decide to run the football, you've got to be sure up front that you're going to win in the trenches. They didn't get it done that time. They need to be more physical moving forward. They're going to try to do that again in the same type of situation in this game.
Going right to work up top. He lobs one high down the left side. He's got it along the sideline. It's a seam wide open. Touchdown, Hawkeye. He got loose, and it was lights out after that.
Nice job putting a drive together. Nice job punctuating the end of the first half. There's still some time left, Palmer, but they can tie this thing up right now.
Yeah, and this is a staff that has so much confidence in their offense. I like staying aggressive right here, going for two, taking the lead into halftime, and putting a ton of pressure on the opponent.
So they got the touchdown, now going to put it in the hands of their defense to finish off this half. He'll return it. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. So let's see how they play it in this final 30 seconds of the first half. Back to pass, it's Siegel. He lost one down the sideline. Oh, he dropped it. That deep ball was right on the money. You just have to make that catch.
Well, this offense has gone his way early and often in this game. They've gotten into a nice rhythm. That time, though, the defense was expecting to throw going his way, and they put a really nice hit on him to force the incompletion.
Got enough for the first, and he's still going. We've got a timeout in the waning seconds of the half. Maybe a chance to get off a couple more plays. Running out of time here in the first half. They're going to have to be efficient to put some points on the board before the break. Back to the quarterback. And the defense makes the tackle, and that ought to do it here in the first half. That's going to wrap up the first half here. And now we join Kevin with the halftime update. The Hurricanes will line up to kick off and start the second half. Fielded in the end zone, it's Snyder. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Iowa has the ball back on offense. First drive of the second half, always fun to watch. You see what type of tweaks were made at the half, especially when you're locked up in a ball game like this one.
Yeah, and it's been a good game. I mean, it's been a little bit of back and forth and a feeling out process. And now once you get in the second half, who's going to get aggressive, Palmer? Who's going to take some shots, try to make some plays, and really go for it?
Yeah, it's interesting. I think as play callers right now, you learn a lot about these coaching staffs with respect to who does make the best adjustments. There's a lot of coaches that believe we're just going to be who we are. We're going to keep doing what we do. We're just going to do it better. But then there are others that tweak things a little bit on offense and on...
Oh, he's got some space. They finally wrestle down the senior, but not before he picks up some valuable ground.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. It's a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some more.
Oh, he's going to try to hit him deep. Intercepted, and that's not how you want to start a half. He goes down after the short return, but what a play to get the football back. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. To the air, it's Segal. The screen, and watch out. Crosses the 35. And it is well blocked as they pick up enough for a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The give to the back. This time they stop him behind the line of scrimmage, and boy, that has been rare in this one. The Canes moving quickly to the line.
That's how you come up and make plays as a defense, man. Playing physical, playing downhill. They've given up some plays today, man. He's got over 100 yards on the day. He's really had some success on that play. Really downhill, really physical, and a nice job getting him to the ground.
Well, it's a nice job snagging that pass. Miami has a tradition of Heisman Trophy quarterbacks. I get that, but guess what? If you're going to win Heisman Trophies, you're probably throwing to very talented wide receivers. Let's not forget about all the great receivers the Hurricanes have had as well. And they've got a special group this year. This guy right here is one of those dudes. He can beat you one-on-one with his speed, and he has really, really good hands as well.
Listen, running backs are not just running backs anymore. You're going to be a wide receiver in today's football. And a great job sneaking out of the backfield, getting them the football, letting them get some positive yards.
They'll run it from the gun. He is going nowhere. Stop at the line of scrimmage.
And sometimes for the defense, it just takes one play, right, to create some momentum. Obviously, this guy's been eating him up. He's got over 100 yards rushing on the day. But finally, David, they get something positive here in the run game defensively.
But you kind of know that coming in. He's going to get his. Such a great back, and he's had a great day. Need to put more plays together like that right there.
I think moving forward on third down, this offense is going to have to be a little bit more aggressive and try to throw it vertically. You start throwing the ball around the line of scrimmage against these guys. They've got way too much speed, and you saw it right there.
They'll send out the kicker to try to salvage this drive. Absolutely center cut. And guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Florida State is currently up big right now in a game they'll be talking about in Tallahassee for some time. They're up 14 over UNLV. We are the eyes and ears of the college football fan, and we've got you covered all day here in studio, guys.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. To make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
A negative play to open the drive. Let's see what they've got on 2nd and 14. Back to pass. Working that left side now. And good coverage by the defense, just a short gain.
This quarterback right now is in a groove. He's doing a nice job in pre-snap. He's reading the coverage, and he's getting an idea of where he wants to go with the football. That's why the ball's coming out of his hands so quickly. That's why he seems like he's in a great rhythm right now.
On 3rd and long, he'll need to push it downfield. Got his man on the right. They'll make the stop about a yard short of the first down.
One of the things I love about this defense is they just have such great awareness, and they're always communicating. They understood the down and distance. They knew exactly what they needed to do to make the tackle to force the punt. That is so well done.
The Hawkeyes will call on their punt team. This will be the second time they've had to kick it away. And they'll fake it again. And no guts, no glory. They pick up the first down.
They had the exact look they had practiced for and what they wanted. The up man gets the snap directly. He's able to use the speed, get the first down, and the chains are moving.
He'll pull it on the read. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play.
Man, I love that play by this corner. You know why? When you run the option and that thing gets spread out, your DBs have to commit to tackling. And how about the cornerback coming up, sticking his face in the fan, and making a play? You love to see DBs tackle like that.
Pressure coming. Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face 3rd down.
And we need more of this this from this defense, man. They have let this guy have too much time to throw the football. They haven't gotten that jersey dirty yet, haven't sacked him. But this is just as good as a sack. Getting to him, hitting him, letting him feel the physicality of this game, and not letting him feel comfortable.
Got his man downfield. He's got enough to move the chains, and they'll spot it at the 47.
Well, look, that wasn't a touchdown, but that was a massive play for this offense. They needed some momentum. They needed to find a rhythm, and what better way than converting on third down. Awesome job by the quarterback getting through his progression.
Makes the grab outside. It's Breeze. And not much doing there as that defense runs him out of bounds.
Nice catch by the big target. Those big tight ends, you can tell in football, are just becoming more and more of a weapon on every single team.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. They'll try the left side. They just blew through that offensive line. It's a 4-yard loss.
Man, it's nice to have a guy that is just better than your guys. And no matter what play you call, man, how about him getting in the backfield quick, penetrating, using his quickness, and using his strength to get him to the ground? That is a ball.
9th play of the drive coming up, and this one will be tough. 3rd and long. They want to throw it. They've got the screen set up. Brought down just short of the sticks on the screen pass. They'll make the stop about 3 yards short of the first down.
This defense is going to have to be careful. Not only do they have to worry about this guy running the football, but they've got to keep their eye on him when he runs routes too. He is a versatile back.
If they don't convert this 4th down, there will be questions to be answered. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Bought a little time, lets it go. Big tight end makes the grab. It's a first down. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. One more period to go to see who can make the winning plays and come home with the victory. They go back to work with the first down in the final period of this one. Here's a quick throw out to the left. Hauled down, but they'll move the sticks as he picks up the first down.
Well, we see another catch by this guy. This defense is going to need to do a better job of tackling the catch. In coverage, I know they want to slap the ball away, but if you can't do it and force the incompletion, you've got to at least make sure you're able to drag him down to the ground as soon as he catches the ball.
From the red zone, looking for a man. Flushed out of the pocket. And he just chucks it into the 4th row.
A nice job by the quarterback there. You're outside the pocket, nobody's open, so you throw the ball away knowing that you still have more chances to get this first down.
Defense has to be frustrated. The offense keeps matriculating and matriculating and matriculating the ball down the field. Steaming into the backfield to make the stop, and he'll lose 4.
Difficult to contain athletic quarterbacks, but man, when everybody plays their assignment, it's a beautiful thing. I understand I got to take away this. I got to keep my eyes on the quarterback, make sure he doesn't pull that football. They weren't fooled, and the quarterback had nowhere to go.
Let's see what they've dialed up on 3rd and long from the 22. Looking downfield, and he needs a bunch. Touchdown, Iowa! And they grab the advantage, taking the lead here in the 4th.
And this receiver is on fire. He's got all the skills that you look for in a big-time target. And that's already his 2nd touchdown of the game.
PAT unit on the field. And the extra point is good, and every point counts. It's now a 4-point lead in the fourth. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. And he'll bring it out of the end zone. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Not the day they had hoped to have, but when you are a ranked team, you are going to get it picked off. What a play to set him up. He'll try to take it back. Touchdown, Hawkeye. And they turn it into a defensive score. They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
Awesome job by the linebacker there in coverage, reading the quarterback's eyes, spying the QB, knowing where that ball was going to get thrown, and then the ball skills, just to pluck it out of the air and take it back for a touchdown. Awesome work.
They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. And he's going to bring it out of the end zone. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Things have not gone the way they planned, but maybe an opportunity to salvage this. Turning it on! And he runs through one tackle and picks up a few. And the Canes come to the line in the hurry-up.
The offense has a little bit of success on the ground, and they're up. Look at them. They're ready to go again, back on the line of scrimmage, ready to run another play.
And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. And the Hurricanes line up, trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. They'll stick to the ground, looking for the marker. And he gets it to the 44-yard line. It'll be a first down.
Well, the good news is you got the first down running it there on 2nd and short, but the bad news is you're down by quite a bit here in the 4th quarter, and 2, 3, 4-yard gains aren't going to get it done. You've got to start chucking this thing vertically to get back in the game.
And they can't connect, but the flag flies, and I think this is going to be pass interference.
And the defender just way too handsy on that last play. You could see all the contact as the ball was in the air. He simply can't do it, and the referees caught it.
The offense will gladly take a fresh set of downs after the penalty. Dropping back, it's Siegel. Here comes the heat. Can't find his man as he took a shot trying to deliver that football, and it'll be 2nd down.
All right, you've dug yourself a little bit of a hole offensively. You know you're going to have to throw it here in the 2nd half. You're going to have to make sure, though, you do a better job up front with your pass pro. You got to keep your quarterback standing upright.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. After the incompletion, they go back up top. And they couldn't make the connection on the long shot.
And I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
It's so nice when you know it's 3rd and long, you know a pass is coming, you worked on it all week, get your feet set at the sticks, understand that quarterback's got to be rushed, get him off of his spot. Nice execution by this defense.
Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the 4th quarter. They'll go for it on 4th down. Fires to the right. Makes a connection. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. And the Canes look to keep this drive humming. Out of the gun, they'll run it inside.
That's a really good stop by the defense, Jesse. They need a few more. You've given them a bunch of yards on this drive and a bunch of plays, but all that matters is keeping them off the scoreboard.
Yeah, it's that bend, don't break mentality you're seeing right now, and this is the point where this defense has just got to lock in.
Throws to the wideout. He's got an open man. They finally get to him, but what a play there to pick up the first down.
Great job by the quarterback throwing against zone coverage. You cannot telegraph where you're throwing the football. You cannot eyeball wide receivers. So great job by the quarterback using his eyes, not staring down his guy, and then throwing him open.
Receiver on the move gets the touch pass. Got enough space. Touchdown, Hurricane. They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity. So they get that score that they so desperately needed, and now they've got a chance to pull this one out.
Defense has got to give them a chance. The defense needs to get the ball back to them quickly so they can march down the field and try and score and narrow the gap again. This offense, they have the playmakers to come back and win this football game. They're going to need some help from the defense.
Looking to throw, it's Seagal. Gets it to him on the screen. He's going to be stopped short as they come up empty on the two-point try. They were hoping to get this game to within a field goal, but the lead stays at 5. They're set to kick it off. And you think this crowd's going to get loud when their defense comes on the field? Fielded in the end zone. It's Snyder. That gamble did not pay off as they bring him down at the 12-yard line. Iowa has it back on offense, hoping to ride the wave to the end zone. And they've got a little bit of a cushion here, David. If they can add to it on this drive, it would be nice.
And it definitely...
There he goes. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
And this offense, you can tell, just still feeling confident. Like, they have the lead. It's the fourth quarter. First down, that's not a running play. That's a passing play. They're really in a rhythm, feeling good about themselves.
And the Hawkeyes, after ripping off that huge run, let's see if they can do it again. They'll run it. They want to take their time here. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
I know you took a loss on first down there trying to run the football, but you've got the lead, and you've got to continue to run the football. And this is a big challenge now for your offensive line. Those guys up front, you've got to find a way against a defense that knows you're going to do it.
The play action fake. Makes the grab. It's Breeze. They'll get him on the ground at the 46, and it'll be a first down.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
Leaves it with the running back. Look out, he's got room. He's loose down the middle. He's at the 10, and he eluded the defense, and he'll take it all the way. Touchdown, Iowa! That lead's a little more comfortable now as they close in on a victory here in week 3. There's a reason they call this dude a big playmaker. Moments just like that one.
Big-time playmaker. Can make plays all over the field from all different spots. That's why you got to find ways to give him touches as much as possible, because he'll make it happen.
So the kickoff team will come out after they turn in a score on that last drive. And he's not going to take the touchback. He's got great speed. Just barely able to stop him. He almost housed that baby. The nice return there. That last line of coverage is the only thing that stopped him from scoring. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. Fires to the middle. And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. And the offense takes the field ready to go back to work. The inside handoff.
That's got to be demoralizing if you're the defense. You're trailing. You need to get the ball back. You got to get off the field, but you can't stop the run when they're going between the tackles. This defense is going to have to get a lot more physical, especially in the middle.
No reason to do anything here except keep it on the ground on 2nd and 5. The give from the gun. Hard running there. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, they've had a day, and it's the complete and total offense. They got the ground going, and obviously this is why you see him. You're going to feature him because he can churn those legs, get those extra yards, but they've had balance, throwing for touchdowns. Like, this offense has been very complete today, and that's why they're winning so big.
Motion from the wideout. Trying to get the edge with a quick touch pass. And maybe he'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more than that. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. Lost one on that last one. It's 2nd and 11. They'll give it to the back. Able to pick his way forward for a decent game before the defense gets him down. Defense uses a timeout quickly, trying to get that ball back and preserve time for their offense. The Hawkeyes come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. Rides the back and leaves it on the option. And boy, is he close to that first down, maybe just a couple of inches short. And the Hawkeyes will try to convert on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's got it. They'll make the stop, but that first down ought to ice it, and they should be able to kneel this one out. And they don't have to go for a touchdown here with this little time left and with the lead, but they might anyway. They'll dial up the run on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Hawkeyes! They tack a little more onto this lead, and they're on their way to a 3-0 start.
And they just keep piling on the points. We've seen in big moments in this game, they have been able to step up and deliver, particularly on offense. Very impressive performance.
And no problem on the extra point as they push the lead to 19 here in the 4th. So they take advantage of good field position and move it 46 yards. And they capped it off with a 1-yard plunge. Kickoff unit back to work, and they have been busy as they've built this sizable lead. Let's see if he can make a play on the return. Looks as if they didn't get it off in time. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. looks like the offense will just take a knee.
Today's final score, Iowa 29, Miami 30.
I know both of these teams were ranked, guys, but it really seemed as if they weren't on the same level in this game.
I think that was a pretty good statement game for these guys. I mean, you're ranked higher, you're more talented. A lot of people's point